What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video, and today we're doing something a little bit different, getting back into a little bit of a detailing thing. We're not really talking too much about products. I'll mention some things, but it is now fall / heading into winter, and if you are a subscriber of the channel, you'll know that at one point my dumbass washed the car when it was just too cold out. It was getting toward nighttime. I froze my Hellcat. There's a video. There's proof. I'm an idiot. I don't want that to happen again. It's just a pain in the ass. So what I did was this year I prepared. I did a little research. I was fortunate enough to find a deal on a pretty large tarp from Home Depot. I have some options. So I do have two tarps. One we'll talk about. I bought these hooks to go onto the wall, specifically just because this is drywall. I did test this already, so I know it works. The drywall being protected seems like a little excessive. I don't think I need it. I'm going to test it this time during this video without having this sheet, but in the last test that I tried, which I wasn't filming, I had it draped under there and it was just coming from here all the way across, and it protected. This is the only part where you could really touch drywall. Again, this is like a porous type of concrete, and then it goes up to here. So getting water on things on this floor, not an issue. That wall is protected by sound deadener material because, you know, when you have a Hellcat like I did, I had to sound deaden for the part of the house down here because it was just obnoxious. This is the only problem that sucks right here. This is what I came up with. It is a water containment mat. I was looking online, and good lord, they're a little pricey. I got this tarp for 10 bucks and I bought some pool noodles. I'm gonna pull the Jeep out and I'm gonna show you what this looks like, and then I'm gonna show you how I have been washing my car for the last 2 times. So just to let you know that it's not super cold, but it's cold enough. And right now we're kind of at the high for today, but it will droop down. It's gonna stay solidly into the 30s for the next probably forever. And I am not about that life. So, you know, I could, mind you, do rinseless washes, and I will be doing some of those. I do have a lot of rinseless wash products that I bought, and you know, I do want to start doing more of the detailing regimen that I was into. The way everything is designed and measured, we can shut the garage pretty damn far, and it leaves just like a pubic hair crack for excess water to flow out, which is awesome. I'm going to pull this out, we're going to put the mat down, and I'm going to show you what we're doing. So this is the finished product that we ended up with. Like I said, it was just a tarp from Home Depot. I believe we have 2 pool noodles, 4 noodles on each side, I believe. We just made sure everything was nice and tight. We put the noodles in and we folded it over a couple times, and then we taped it on the inside. It's nothing special, it's nothing expensive, it's nothing crazy. But when I pull in, I sit here, I've got enough room on each side for excess water to travel, and I did end up getting a special hose attachment just to soak the panel, not necessarily to spray it, so it wouldn't just go flying all over the place like a big bukkake party. So I'm going to pull it in, I'm going to show you how it sits, and then I'm just going to go about washing it, and then that's about it. The only issue I have with this specific setup is storage. In retrospect, what I should have done is, which I might have to do one day, is take, instead of rolling it and taping it, just create an area while it's rolled so that I could slide the noodles in and remove the noodles whenever I want to roll this up. Like this bends, but the rest of this is kind of like, it bends slightly, but it's cumbersome to store. So we're gonna see. I'll show you. And this is what we're left with. I'm gonna walk around real quick. I'll show you. As you can see, I do have quite a bit of griminess. This is what we got. So, as I said, this basically flows the water out. This has like a little bend we did, so this will come out, and we just left this with no noodle, and it just crushes the pool noodle. The only thing is the front. I'm probably gonna back up a tiny bit. I did pull up a little bit too far, but I wanted to make sure I had enough room in the back to wash, but as you can see, I do have sufficient space on both sides. So it's a work in progress. Like I said, the car's not super dirty, but there are little spots. I don't know if you can see it. It's dirty enough to the point where I would want to wash it. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, guys, so this is the final setup. Don't worry, that's a shadow. As you can see, there's very little area for air to come in, but just enough for the water to come out. So I'm good with that. I don't have to worry about getting cold. Like I said, I will have a space heater, but this door's shut. I've got so much light everywhere. It's flipping unbelievable. So what I'm going to do, start out, I'm going to clean the wheels. I do have my P&S brake buster. It's what I've been using lately. So I'm going to try that out again, see how that works. Good. For car shampoo, so basically the last 2 washes, I've been using Car Pro Reset. For me, I feel like it's bringing back a lot of the hydrophobic properties of the actual coating, and apparently it's made for coatings. So we're going to stick with that for a little bit. So I'm going to have some of that in a spray bottle. I'm going to move that to the spray bottle so I can like foam it a little bit, I guess, and see if I get extra lubricity. And I've got 2 wash medias, so I'm still doing a 2-bucket wash method. I've got my wheel bucket. So dedicated wheels, do those first, wheels and tires, fender wells, clean everything off. I'll show you how the water goes and does its thing, and then I'll show you how I rinse the car off. I'm not going to wash the whole thing on video, but it's pretty cool. I'm excited. I get to use whatever chemical really I want. I don't have to worry about the sun baking anything. I don't have to worry about it being too cold because it's kind of nice in here now. I don't have to worry about doing much of anything. If it's raining, I could wash my car, which is ideal, so it's cool. So let's get on with this. So I really can't stress how cool this is. Real quick, I'm going to show you. This is my setup. I believe I got this off Adams. Yes, I do buy from them once in a while. It's a soaker, and I have a quick release on that, and its own valve, because I don't usually use it on here, so this is not overkill. I don't usually use it on here, so there's this, and I've got another valve here. So basically this is my wheel. Again, this is not like super dirty or anything, but it is dirty, so we're gonna clean it. So now with this soaker, I can turn this on, I can go through, I can wet the hell out of this wheel. Again, everything's being caught on the tarp. Again, I could probably but look, this gets caught, and then I can clean whatever I need to clean. So one thing I do want to point out is I did fix this. If you could tell, there wasn't as much light shining through there, so I added like a little segment of poo noodle to the end so that when it crushed, it didn't crush like this where it was less obstruction there. Same thing. So now we got equal gap. The water can actually flow the hell out of here. It's just going to take a little force, and nothing on the floor. So let me get to cleaning this. But like I said, so cool, such a fun thing to do. I've got my mercury bottle with my P&S, and I get to just go to town. I just get to do whatever the hell I want, and that's it. This is like the coolest thing. Let it dwell for a sec. I can clean my tires. I can do anything. I'm literally not restricted one bit. I mean, as you can tell, my tires are definitely clean. I don't keep a dirty ship, guys, but I still clean them anyway. I'm gonna get in there with probably one of my little, probably this brush. I really don't use this anymore now that I have the flat and cruddy brush, which I recommend you guys pick up. It's pretty awesome. But yeah, this is awesome. Very impressed. I love it. So I definitely recommend this brush, and I'll show you why. If you have big brakes like I do, this is the flat version, and it's doing its job, but it's barely getting in. And then I've got this like beat up thin setup that I use, so I don't have to worry about getting behind my Brembos. I can just get back there, and it's got a rubber tip. It's nice and flat. I don't have to worry about anything. Everything's nice and clean. You know, I got my bucket of water here. I can just dip things in. You know, I'm cleaning my lug nuts, clean my caliper, clean the face of the wheels. I've got access to pretty much do whatever the flip I want, ladies and gentlemen. Just collects the water and it just goes. It just stays here where I need it to stay. Not on my floor. I love it. All four wheels are now clean. The only water I'm getting is when I'm walking back and forth. And again, I don't really care. I get more than that when it rains outside. So what we have here is a mixture of distilled water and some CarPro Reset. Inside my wash bucket, there are 2 wash mitts and more CarPro mixed with water, and I have a rinse bucket. So what I usually do, what I will be doing, instead of pre-rinse, which I usually do with my, you know, pressure washer and stuff, we're gonna have this panel. We're gonna take some of this, and we're just gonna basically pre-treat, just like we would, you know, outside. I'm gonna do this side of the car. I'm gonna go through because I don't have to worry about temperatures really, and I don't have to worry about the sun. I could foam this and then just do my business. You know, seeing how good this IK foams makes me even more excited about the Marolix. I ordered that, so that's gonna be awesome. So I'm gonna foam the rest of this, and then when it gets time for the top, what I usually do is I got this from Microfiber Madness, those people, and it's an extender, so I could do the roof and the front glass since I'm a shorty, so it'll work out pretty cool. So yep, awesome. I'll show you how that works though. So just like I normally would outside, you're gonna split everything up into sections. I wash down to like this line, and I take my other wash mitt, and I've got CarPro on there, so I just come down and just finish it off. Flip the pad, do the bottom of the other door. So what I do is, when it's time for this piece, I come in, usually a lot more graceful because I'll have 2 hands to do this, but I'm able to come in and clean my roof with this. It's actually pretty awesome. Then I come down, clean the window, and like I said, it's difficult to do with 1 hand. So now that I did that, I can actually rinse the car off and show you guys pretty much the rinse process, why I like this soaker. What this is going to do is flood the paint for me, as opposed to shoot water on it. And you can tell I do have quite a bitchin' coating. So let's go through. The only annoying part is the sound of water hitting the part, but it's a lot less annoying than water slamming into my floor and making a mess. Alright guys, so funny story. This is so not the same time that I filmed the first whole half of this video. So much time has gone by and I've just been a lazy ass. And then oddly enough, you know, winter is approaching. It really is. It is. It's here. It's coming. I'm not going to really film too much of this anyway. But it is very dirty compared to the last time. I'm just going to show you. So this time we are extremely dirty. Probably the dirtiest, no, definitely the dirtiest this vehicle's ever been. So don't worry, this is just a summation to the video, just to let you know how much I do like this system. Real quick though, if I could go back and do this again, which I might, or I might just buy an actual inflatable mat, what I would do is fold the sides in, tape it, but leave just enough room for the pool noodles to come in, but slide out if I needed to, because storing this thing is a pain in the ass. It's not fun, it's very cumbersome to fold it, and it never gets down to a small enough size where it's not just a burden. So I am looking online. I found a couple things on websites that I shouldn't even be browsing that would be like $300 something. It defeats the whole purpose of this, so I am going to try to tweak this, but just for the idea of having just a way of, you know, creating a dam to get this water that way, it works. It works. It's very cold today. It's basically freezing right now. I know a lot of you have colder temperatures, but to me this is very cold. If I were to wash this outside, I would freeze my vehicle, just like I froze my Hellcat, and I won't be doing that. What's pretty crazy is all you gotta do is hose this a little bit, and you can kind of see, I don't know if you can see this dirt? It's already coming off a huge amount. So we're just gonna attack this with some brake buster. Super quick and easy. Look at that. Let's get the rest of this done. Alright guys, basically about an hour into it. And I go slow, I take my time. I like to enjoy the wash process. It's kind of like a therapeutic thing to me. I've said it before, but so as you can see, we are no longer dirty. We are clean. We are clean. The only thing I haven't dried yet are the wheels and tires. That's because I will have to pull this out, and I'm gonna empty this mat into the front, and then be good. But as you can see, everything's like a mess here, but it contains the water, like I said, like I've been saying. Last thing, I'm gonna show you the other side of the car. You'll say, why are you showing us the other side of the car? Well, I've had people in previous videos accuse me of cleaning one side of the car just to do videos. I don't know, that makes no sense, but this is what we got here. Again, more water, containment, perfect, and everything's good. Roof's clean. Very difficult to dry the roof, but this is the first time I've been able to wash the car since I put the springs on. I'll do a video on that. Definitely easier to reach the roof. The only thing I will say, and this is going to require a slight bit of tweaking, I think I'm going to put a heater right here. There is still some cold air coming in. It's unavoidable. I have to keep the garage open just a smidge to get the water out. So there's still a crack up there for cold air and a crack down there for cold air. And it will try to slightly freeze what's going on. So this is definitely cool. It's cold right here, and like I said, it's at freezing or below freezing. I think it's below freezing right now. So as always, thank you so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. If you're an OCD OG, I greatly appreciate you. Thank you for sticking with me. And look at this ridiculous. Is that crazy? I really love this paint, and there's so many things coming for this vehicle. Stay tuned, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.